What's up, Burritas? Reverend Dave here. All right. Today, we're going to talk about herbs and oils and that stuff and how to dress your candle. Cleanse, charge, consecrate your candles. Now, in the last video, if you saw it, we talked about types of candles, different colors and their usages and stuff like that. Today, I'm going to give you just a quick list of some herbs and oils and things like that to use for specific intentions. Now, as we all know, herbs have been around for centuries, whether used for medicinal purposes or for cooking or what have you. And thank you to Mother Earth for providing these things for us, and thank you to our ancestors for discovering them through trial and error to learn what is poison, what is not, and what is beneficial. So we need to give thanks to them. But as we know in magic, lots of herbs are used for different things and have magical properties and things like that nature. And most herbs you can buy literally in the grocery store, which is cool. But then there's some herbs that come in like subscription boxes and things like that. And one of them that I love is Holy Santo. And it's just a herb box. There's no other things and stuff in your whatever. And the box comes with about 20 different packages that look like this. Tell you the herb. And on the back, they give you a description of what the herb is and what it's used for and things like that. It's really cool, very handy, good to have on hand. So there's those. And then my other favorite, or actually one of my favorites, is, it's not just herbs, it's other things as well, but is witch casket, okay? Witch casket comes with a bunch of stuff. They're a monthly subscription box and they're great, my favorite. But the things that they put in their box every month is they put different kits. This is an abundance potion kit. And it comes with everything you need, all the herbs and what you need to do, instructions and stuff like that. So this is another great box to get for herbs. And then there's oils. Well, first of all, I don't want to skip over this. I wrote down some. It's kind of a quick list of herbs because there's thousands of them. So I'm just going to give you short lists of herbs for specific intentions and stuff like that. Now, it's good to have these on hand, but you don't have to have all of them. You don't have to go run out and buy every single thing. Okay? It's just, as long as you have one main ingredient in your spell work and whatever crafting that you do, I think is fine. Because basically it's your intention and your energy that it gets the point across. But, so I'm going to go over this list. Now, I don't do transcripts of my videos or anything like that, so you probably have to pause and rewind if you want to see what they are. But quick herb list, like, okay, for love, passion, marriage, things like that. You get rose petals, lavender, rosemary, raspberry leaf, catnip, hibiscus, cinnamon, cloves, vanilla. For negativity, cleansing, protection, eucalyptus leaves, I love the smell of eucalyptus leaves. Nettle leaf, St. John's wort, juniper berries, blessed thistle, peppermint sage, hyssop, like I talked about in my hexing videos. Hyssop is a biblical herb used to cleanse and purify yourself from sin and negative energy and things like that. Rosemary, cloves, myrrh, frankincense. For stress, we all get stressed. white willow bark, lavender, pennyroyal, coltsfoot, peppermint, chamomile, ashwagandha, lemon, jasmine. For money, luck, wealth, prosperity, things like that nature. Alfalfa, catnip is a good thing to use. I know it's not an herb, but coffee grounds, comfrey leaf, bay leaves, peppermint, bergamot, ginger, stuff like that. And remember, you can get all this stuff at the grocery store if for psychic ability, things of that nature, astral travel, whatever, mugwort, yarrow, raspberry leaf, juniper leaves, cloves, frankincense. Those are just a quick list of some herbs to have to dress your candles with. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do that. There's some work to be done for a good candle magic ritual. So just be aware of that. Because we're not making a spell jar. Completely different. Completely different. So, now for oils, same thing. Oils, now we're going to get into the difference between essential oil and carrier oil in a minute. But oils are the same, that like herbs that come, you can get them pre-made or in a pure extract form or whatever. For instance, attract love oil, already pre-made. 100% pure, where's the label? Oil, essential oil, okay. Money drawing oil. And then I talked about in my hexing videos, there's doom oil, which is spelled D-U-M-E, death unto my enemies. That's a little tricky, so be careful of that. But there's so these are pre-made oils to dress your candle with and things like that. Now, the difference between essential oil and carrier oil. Okay, essential oil looks like this, 100% pure extract or whatever from whatever flavor scent that is. It's pure oil. It shouldn't be worn on the skin directly when it's in pure form. It needs to be diluted. And the way you dilute it is with a carrier oil. So it carries the flavor and the scent and the things like that in it to be wearable. Now, a carrier oil is something like olive oil, coconut oil, something of that nature, but not baby oil, not petroleum-based oil or anything like that, because they won't mix well. So you don't want to use that. So those are the differences between what an essential oil is and a carrier oil. Now, one thing, before I get into that, before I talk about cleansing, I'm going to give you another list, because I have a side note that I need to talk about cleansing that I want to share with you. But for love, same thing looks like herbs. For love, good oils, cinnamon, vanilla, peppermint, rose, cardamom, nutmeg, mandrake, lavender, thyme, yarrow, and lang lang. I love lang lang. For protection, violet, mistletoe, sage, snapdragon, dragon's blood, cedar, myrrh, rue, witch hazel, marigold, eucalyptus, frankincense. For health, fennel, flax, peppermint, pine, horehound, rosemary, saffron, ginseng. For luck, prosperity, success, allspice, anise, poppy, bluebell, orange, almond, vanilla, amber, bergamot, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, lemon balm, basil, chamomile, pine, myrtle, and patchouli. So that's just, again, just a short list of stuff to dress your candles with and stuff like that. Each one made for a specific intention, so be aware of that. Okay, so now, before you dress your candle and do any consecrating or whatever, you want to start with a good cleansing, because once again, like I said, it's a ritual and there's work to be done, and you want to prepare yourself and get rid of any residual negative energy, whatever, on your tools, your altar space, workspace, yourself, everything. So one thing, and it's optional, but I think it's a good thing to do, but start with a good spiritual bath or shower for yourself. Cleanse yourself really good. Now, after you cleanse yourself, you want to smudge yourself and your tools and your altar space. Now, here's the point that I wanted to make. You can use different things. You can use an incense stick, say like a frankincense, for example, to cleanse your space or whatever. But mostly the well-known things to use sage or Palo Santo. Now, here's a point that little side note that I wanted to get out. And I hear this all the time from different groups and stuff like that, talking about cultural appropriation of the use of sage or Palo Santo. That it has to be given to you, or you have to have permission, or you have to be from a particular nation, Native American, whatever, and things like that. I think that's partially true, but you could buy it anywhere. So I don't know. And for myself, though, I am part Native American, Aztec. I've talked about this in my videos, things like that. So I don't know. Whatever. I give you the okay. So anyways, okay, so that was my side note that I had to get out, just to whatever. So now, like I said, when you cleanse yourself, after you're taking a shower, whatever, and you cleanse yourself first. But I mean, just immerse yourself in it. Take a smoke bath and just wash yourself in it, okay? Wash all your tools, just everything, in and out, everything. Everything that you're going to use, do it. Your entire altar space, do it. The room that you're in, do it. Smudge it. Get everything clean, just everything wiped out of any negative energy or whatever. So now, when you're doing this, you can recite any incantation that you may have laying around, or something you've written yourself, or whatever pops in your head. You don't have to say anything. You can do whatever you want. But a quick one that I have that I may use occasionally, or just that I have in my book of shadows or whatnot, just that I came up with. Well, I'm smudging. I said, with this smoke, I am clean. My mind, body, and soul reign supreme. That's it. That's why you're doing all that. You don't have to say it. You can do whatever you want. Whatever. Just make sure you get a good cleansing going on. So, now we get into charging your candle. Okay. And basically what that means to charge something, or to enchant it or energize it or whatever, is you are, in essence, you're feeding this particular object, this tool, with your energy, giving it a command, so to speak, of what you want to happen. So what I do, and like I said, it's totally up to you. You don't have to do it, but it's something that I do. Whenever I energize anything, whether it's sigils, tools, whatnot, I like to lay my hands on these things, because we are made up of energy. So you're charging them with your energy, and the work that you do and everything that you're doing, all the energy that you're putting into something, your energy going into that. So take your candle, let's put it between my hands, and meditate. and just meditate. Visualize what you want this candle to do, what your intention is. Meditate, visualize it already happening, already being done. Okay. Do that. And you can, once again, you can do that for as long as you want. You can meditate for as long as you want. It could be 30 seconds, it could be 10 minutes. It's totally up to you. Now, and once again, while you're doing this, you can recite anything you want if you have something already written down, whatever. Okay. Another thing that a little incantation or whatever that I came up with while doing this, if I do in fact even say anything, because when I meditate, I'm quiet, I meditate, but so when you stop and you're holding it, whatever, you could say, air, fire, water, earth, elements of astral birth, I call on you now, attend to me. Bless this candle of wax and fire. With gratitude, I ask you to grant my desire. Harm to none, only blessings for me. This is my will, so mote it be. Simple, okay? And you don't have to do it, but it's there. Okay, so now that you charged your tool and it's ready to be dressed or whatever, you can consecrate it. We're going to get into that in the next video and actually show you how to dress a candle and things like that in the next video. But a quick tip on dressing candles. After you charge your candle, now's a good time to inscribe any sigil for whatever use you want. Carve it into the candle. Carve a name of a person that you're maybe doing the spell work for, or you're trying to whatever. Your intention, any symbols, numbers, anything. Now's the time to carve it into your candle. Okay? Because once you start to dress your candle and it's oiled up and you're rolling it herbs, you don't want to put your hands and cover it and energize the thing, because you could rub everything off and it's going to get all over your hands. It's not a good idea. It's not mandatory that you do it this way. It's just a suggestion. So, with that being said, that is today's video on the herbs and oils, real quick. And then in my next video, like I said, I'm actually going to be sitting down in my altar room and I'm going to show you how to dress a candle, things like that, for when you're ready to do your candle magic ritual. So, thanks again for watching, guys. Remember, do no harm, take no shit. Love you. See you soon.